2017 moving in onto Love. Baba Ganoush, he's looking to get that bounty rune away from him as well. Layla ready with another telekinesis. He's got to get the right timing on it, but 2017 is going to be right there, and he picks up the bounty rune. See if they're able to find anything off the back of this one. You know that Love has the impale. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive here? Nice spread from Wheel as they try to avoid the impale, not stacking at all. And hanging out with Baba Ganoush here. Baba Ganoush trying to do some kind of harassing near the camp. Layla has the telekinesis, puts him in the high ground. Call available for 2017, but this is a rather tanky Kunkka. They get away from the Torrent, and looks like Kunkka wants to fight a little bit more. X is going to bring the 2017 axe back as Baba Ganoush is going to take a couple more hits in order to kill him, and that will actually be a death with the Battle Hunger taking him right down. 5745154. Again, Ifrit caught out, and the damage is not quite there. Ifrit's going to try to turn this around, triple round and in. They're going to be able to kill the Nyx Assassin. Can Henry find anything off the back of this, though? Dropping down the Sane's Eclipse. I believe that Ifrit's dead after this. Yeah, as soon as he gets out of the Aspen prison, he is going to die. And with the Sane's Eclipse stolen by the Rubik, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but there's a slam down by the Axe. And 2017 wants another one. Get that Culling Blade. There it is. Double kill for the Axe. A very easy kill, or generally very quick to go for this one. Let's play Carapace first, and the Impale, but again, Ember Spirit, they need a little bit more to be able to kill him, and they'll use the Searing Chains, actually deciding to fight here a little bit more. Remnant is not going to need that, as the call goes out onto the Juggernaut. He wants to get the Omni Slash off, but he's not going to be able to, with the call still being there after that spin ends, and they're going to get the Culling Blade right on top of his Fate. So that just goes to show you how hydrated you have to be to kind of undergo this type of thing. There's going to be a telekinesis back on the Henry. He doesn't have the Aspen Prison for another 2 seconds, and he's not even going to get the chance to be able to use it. With the bashes coming from KVH, he is going to fall. See if the positioning is going to be there. They're going to find Baba Ganoush, and they get the call out onto the Juggernaut, who does manage to, I believe, use a BKB. He's not even got a BKB there. He just kind of sits there in the middle of the Chaotic Offering, and let's see who ends up staying alive. Nyx Assassin is about to fall. He's not in the burrow. He's not going to be able to get there either. Jerk chasing these people down. Where's the glimpse? It's already been used, and they're not going to find anyone else just yet. Rubik is sitting down, chasing down the Kunkka right now, and he's going to get turned into a pig, but a nice bash from KVH is going to keep OD out of this one. Too early. It's way too early. He's going to go into the middle of the pit, but he's probably going to take a huge amount of damage. But here comes Ifrit in with the triple round, and there's going to be a beautiful stack storm on top of them as well. Swap manages to spin away, but they're going to take 3 down inside the pit, and yeah, that's a Nyx Assassin just slammed down with the Culling Blade. They want more. They're going to find the Juggernaut here, and he's going to be glimpsed back as well into a bit of a safer position. Here comes the OD with the Sonic, or the Sane's Eclipse. Is going to get stuck on the to make sure those creeps are cleared out. Oh, there's the OD. They'll go right for him. There's the call. They want to try to get him out. There's going to be a silence as well. They'll immediately drop him down. Does have the buyback available. They dropped a lot for it. Do they have enough to come back after? That's the question. Earlier today, this one is at an hour. So Wheel, they're going to go right onto the Nyx, who is still burrowed, and they're going to keep him there for a couple seconds. He's not going to be able to stay alive. Here comes the boat, the Golem. They're running over them, and KVH is taking a lot of damage from the Juggernaut. And there's going to be the Hex taking him mighty low, but actually OD going to be caught out inside of the kinetic field. No refresher orb up means that he's about to fall. No buyback on the OD, and 2017 get back into it with the Aegis. So they took him down, but he's perfectly fine with it. OD's down for 110 seconds. Can the Dire hold? Love is still in that burrow. They've got to take care of him, and they are going to find him eventually. Cheese dropped on the ground. They want to go over and take it. Actually getting very low, and he's about to fall. The Shadow Word and the Golem, a little bit too much for him to handle, but the Juggernaut is going to die. Forced to buy back here. Kunkka in a lot of trouble. Is going to be able to get the Torrent out in the Ember Spear, as well as the Impale, but finally they do see Nyx Assassin. They are about to take care of him. Triple kill for KVH. They need a little bit more. They need some more. They don't want to be all butterfingers and let it slip. Trying to go towards the Dire base, looking for the initiation. Here's the call out on the OD once again. He was way too far up. He was trying to defend from the Megas. He's not got buyback again for another 4 minutes. Not enough gold either. Wheel with the refresher on the Ember Spirit, and they're going to pull the Warlock back into a lot of trouble. Lift him up, put him down, put him right back into the grave. Trying to take care of the base right now as well. Juggernaut is still doing some work with the Omni Slash, but you know, he is just kind of without a prayer at this point. There's the Axe call on the 2. Nyx Assassin caught in it as well, and that will be the GG call. Meta Z cannot handle the pressure anymore of Wheel, correct while whistling. Finishing off with a full 5-man team wipe, and they will make it into day number 2 of the NA Open qualifiers to the Kiev Major to try to get the lean equilibrium back. Blitz could come in from the backside, And he does have the sprint available as well as the crush. Thinks about going on the KVH, does a little bit of damage there. There's a couple of trees being cut, Blitz ready with the crush, and he's not going to be able to do it. There's a lot of damage there. Manic Mystic Snake, and that's going to be the first blood going the way of Layla. Going right up against that kinetic field. Blitz too far out, thought he and Disruptor. So CCNC already starts to work on the tier 3 tower. Coming missile will go out onto him. He's not got an Aegis anymore, and I don't think the vision here is too great either. Glimpse is going to go back in the middle of the Sack Storm. Okay, they took care of CCNC most definitely. He uses the BKB, but he's going to die off the end of it anyway. KVH moving forward with the Stone Gaze. 2017 gets that borrow time off as well. But looking for the crush on the backside. His Cap still looking for the Reaper Scythe here, but he's not got enough mana for it. Derp just trying to Sandstorm right next to Merlini. Oh, beautiful 4-man stun by Blitz. He gets the Dream, but KVH isn't dead just yet. Merlini's still doing a lot of damage. Blitz getting away. Merlini not so successful. Cap able to get the Reaper Scythe on the Medusa, which is going to end up killing her. Blitz healing up with the Shadow Word. Prempo's just going to stand there and try to do his for his Burrow Strike. And Merlini, he's running the wrong way here, trying to juke around the forest, and Layla's going to be stopping his exit from the trees. A couple more hits from Layla are going to do it, and that will be the first blood. Layla takes it. He kills off with the gank onto Ifrit. Gets a nice hook onto him. I don't really see Ifrit being able to survive here. Just puts down the shrapnel, and the Astro in prison will make sure that the sniper dies. He did go a little bit far from it. And Derp gets the cogs out onto CCNC, who tries to get away, but he's not going to be able to. Really need to stay in the middle of that anyway, just to avoid the procs from the battery. The assassinate on the CCNC. As soon as Ifrit sees that Astro imprisonment go out on the lane, meanwhile we do have the gank on bottom. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But again, Merlini's just going to fall right over. They keep the pressure on him, which is so important. They tried to get 2017 over, or CCNC out of that. And a nice pick of the assassinate actually. Epicenter doing a lot of work in the mid lane. Gonna secure 2 kills. TP comes in from the silencer, seeing if he can get anything off the back of this. But that's ridiculous for a Clockwork at 14 minutes into the game. It's 3-20. You've got the Burrow Strike on the CCNC. The silencer ultimate does get used, and we'll be able to get the Astro in prison, keeping the Derp Clockwork there for a couple of seconds. At bottom, Merlini, TP away. We do have some damage out on the Ifrit, who is about to fall to the gyrocopter in the middle of the call down. Wasn't really a whole big chance of him trying to stay alive, especially with the dismember going out on him. Nice hook by the push again to the back lines. Soundstart buys back. Merlini could be in some trouble. Looking for the hook. Can Derp come through? Yes. What? What? How did that miss? He's going to get pushed away all the same, and the hook is not going to be there. I have no idea how that actually missed, but in any case, Blitz is going to fall. Terrible fight for Vegetable Esports. Capitalist with the borrow time gets a full sack of health rather, but it's not really going to help him too much. Still getting blocked out by the Sand King. Centaur, if he doesn't do as well in the lane as 2017 is, keeping him pretty far away right now. The Centaur really can't do more of the same. Merlini is going to be the first blood here. Easily taken by Layla, and it's trying to chase down the Dazzle. Much better burst damage. Do you have a swap back onto Layla? Layla in a little trouble. Will be healing himself up right now, and that is a level 3 Shadow Word. Are they actually going to be able to find him? Slowed down by the Centaur ultimate, and you're going a little bit too far for it. Here comes KVH from the side, looking for the kill on the Dazzle. They're going to use the Shallow Grave very early. Do they actually? Yeah, they're not going to be able to stop the Vengeful Spirit as she TPs away. And he gets the poof in. CCNC tries to TP out, but can easily be taken by this one. KVH does get the tower at bottom. They're trying to go onto him, but the Chaotic Offering gets run out on the 2. Here comes the charge in from Capitalist. He's trying to get the stomp in the double edge. Should be a very dead Troll Warlord. Not quite getting with the level 2 double edge, but still the Fatal Bond's doing a lot of work, and Dazzle nearly killed off by it. Gets some more attack speed while killing the Storm Spirit. They get Dazzle, but he's not really taking a whole lot of damage, and they're going to get the heal bomb onto Axe, killing him off there. Now Dazzle can definitely be free to use the Shallow Grave. Derp in the trees gets a nice triple Burrow Strike from the trees, and they're going to be able to get a triple net as well. Ifrit going hand. They're going to finish off this full 5-man team. Can Cap get out? No. Insta-bash from KVH. Almost thought he had a chance there, but that's going to be a full 5-man team wipe on Veggies, and now it's definitely time for the Axe to back up. Looking for the ball inning in. CC in, and that's okay. He's going to try to TP away through the epicenter, but he's out of mana now. Cap comes in with a great stone on the backside. There's going to be the Chaotic Offering actually hitting on the 4 there. Not a great fight at all for Veggies losing their Storm Spirit there. Derp about to die to Blitz's Crystal Maiden ultimate, and KVH getting low as well. It's going to be the Dazzle keeping Blitz alive. Also swapping on the 2017. He gets the call on the 2, looking for some dunks. There could be only one. Just kidding, no dunks at all. 2017, alright, they've not found him just yet, but CCNC is eventually going to find the Meepo. Oh, that's a big kill for them. They would love to get that Meepo, but here comes the poof in. One of them is turned into a pig thanks to the Lotus Orb. Chaos often did hit onto a few, but CCNC is being kept alive. Blitz will die, and there's a lot of damage coming through thanks to the Epicenter nearly killing CCNC. They do manage to get him, and well, Cap is not going to be able to get away with the ambitious TP. Again, Veggies will be able to take this Roshan very low. Troll getting into the pit. Nice Epicenter into the Chaos offering. Roshan is dead to the Dire, and Aegis is still on the ground. Nobody's picked it up yet. It's just lying there. Nobody has the inventory slots for it. Chaos offering is going to come through as well. That was a refresh Chaos offering from Layla. Still had enough money to buy that up, and eventually the Aegis was picked up by Merlini. If you're very low, they are not killing him just yet, but CCNC goes back in the pit for that purpose. He'll die as a result, but Merlini's got more than enough damage to do this one. Derp in some trouble as well. He's going to die. That's 4 dead near the Roshan pit, and they spent a lot of buyback for this one.